Hi, this is Kimberly. I just thought some of you might be interested in an update on the plagiarism bullshit that Copycat Cadle did, also known as Scribble. On December 11th of 2019, I called out her lying ass on my YouTube channel. December 12th, Ann K. Howard came out with a statement that said, well, this is a concern. Several people have contacted me to tell me that there is a new true crime book out there that has plagiarized sections of my book, His Garden, Conversations with a Serial Killer. I just purchased Letters from Christopher by Cheryln Cadle. It has terrible reviews, and in the first few chapters alone, I have discovered exact lines stolen from my book. Sometimes the author changes a few words, but at other times she has the gall to use the exact wording that I've used. I'm not looking forward to reading on and finding more theft. This woman just still does not get it, that she did plagiarism, that it's a very serious offense, especially if you want to call yourself a writer and an author, you dumb. I'll just let you all fill in the blank there. If you'll remember, she called it a silly accusation. Well, Ann Howard did not see it that way. This woman is certifiable, confused, Cheryln Copycat Cadle, clusterfuck, contemptible, clashing, conflicted, controversy, combat, contestable, collision, contradictory, contrary, constipating, cringeworthy, Connecticut conundrum. Scribbles, aka Copycat Cadle, when she did her clusterfuck, let me just read this to you. This is Mrs. Howard's update, or Ann Howard's update. Hey there, this was posted to her Facebook on January 5th. Hey there, serial murders and Connecticut followers. Here's an update on the status of Cadlegate, i.e. the plagiarism of my book, His Garden. Cadle sent notice 2 days ago that she requested the removal of her book, Letters from Christopher, from Amazon, and Amazon has agreed to remove it. I don't know when they're going to remove it because it's still up. So Miss Howard said now we wait to see if that actually happens. She also forwarded a letter from her self-publisher, Dorrance, stating that the book will no longer be distributed. She is purportedly notifying other online booksellers now. I'm naturally wary, and I will believe it when I see it. In the meantime, I have retained a top-notch copyright infringement lawyer, Go Ann, here in Connecticut, and we will fight this to the bitter end. Good. I am glad to hear that. Miss Howard continues to say, I will not be played. One big issue that we will fight is her audacious request that reimbursement for over $21,000 in expenses incurred during the mere 5 months that it took her to write the book get deducted from the proceeds that she hands over to me. That is one of the most ridiculous fucking things I've ever heard. How is it Miss Howard's problem that Copycat Cadle in her clusterfuck incurred expenses, as though Miss Howard asked her to do this or some shit like that? Most of that money comprises the cost that she paid to Dorrance for publishing the book. She was rejected by traditional publishers and so had to pay a self-publisher to publish the book, about $6,500, and Dorrance allegedly paid out about $12,000 to stock back orders. Once she deducts these and other ridiculous expenses, she will hand over the remaining proceeds to me, which will naturally be $0 after the deductions. If she thinks that she is being crafty, she is not. Needless to say, these outrageous terms will not be tolerated. Among other things, she demands reimbursement for the purchase of a new computer. Is she kidding? No surprises there. All I can say is that Cadle picked the wrong woman to mess with. Sadly, my publisher and I were willing to be quite reasonable in our negotiations. It was not until she returned with these deplorable demands that she angered me enough to hire a lawyer. That is what I call bad legal strategy. I'll keep you all updated as the drama unfolds. Thanks again for your support, everyone. Let the games begin. I am so excited, and I'm going to sit back with my popcorn and just watch this. She added one other term that she promised to carry out involved a public apology on all of her social media sites. Of course, she quickly took down all of those sites, so we will need to figure out a valid public forum where she can post her acknowledgement of the plagiarism along with an apology. She apparently wants to escape this legal violation fully unscathed. That won't happen. Good. I am so glad she picked Miss Anne K. Howard to plagiarize from. Well, that was only one of those that she plagiarized from. Let's see if some other shit'll happen too. That'll be entertaining. I'm gonna keep watching this. Someone posted under Anne's announcement or update on the clusterfuck. I've whited out names for privacy reasons, but someone said, Anne, I actually worked for Dorrance for years, and so for me this is such a fascinating intersection of some of my interests, true crime and books. I can tell you that you are so spot on with everything you've found out. Dorrance sadly will publish most anything and aren't thorough with plagiarism checks, obviously. Oddly enough, I loved working there for various reasons, and certainly not relevant to what you're going through, but I will say they are the last option for many people who, as you said, can't get published traditionally. I spoke to a few friends who worked on this book, and they confirmed the author was in a rush to get this book out, assuming she'd make it big. Sigh. I wish you a quick and successful resolution to this. She also adds in another comment, what happens is that an author will send the manuscript in, and in almost all cases will opt to have editing and copy editing, especially with an almost $7,000 price tag. I learned that she was in such a rush, she opted out of both to get the book out. She also paid extra for the rush production, so no surprise it was poorly structured and written. And then when this clusterfuck first happened, that I of course broke. But for whatever reason, she has this weird Marvin Cheryln Cadle account, which has since been deleted, but she said, once again, I need to explain something. I've seen the silly accusations being made over 3 sentences that share similarities between my book and another. This is nothing other than an attempt to divert attention from real issues that are currently being dealt with. I don't know what these other real issues. It simply isn't going to work, and I will not be giving it any more attention. When opening this Facebook group, I stated there will be no hate or bashing others. I hold to that. People are so full of hate, and to get the attention off of themselves, they come up with ways to hurt others. Is she talking about me? Okay, so I'm full of hate, and I want to get the attention off of myself. What attention? I don't have any negative attention on me. And she refuses to roll in the mud. We will not roll in the mud with those who find it fun. I don't like rolling in the mud. It's dirty and gross. Is she talking about mud wrestling? I don't do that. And then, of course, when AD was upset, she went on his channel and she begged, Alan, I need your support. I'm a very avid reader. These things are things that were in my head. It wasn't stealing anything. Anything I say will be twisted to bash me. Is she one of those that retains shit that she reads, all of it? Kristen should claim that too, that he retains stuff he reads, but I think he really did. And of course, a lot of people say that she also stole the cover from this very famous book about the Zodiac Killer. But anyway, I'm gonna keep up in case anything comes out, like a trial or something. That would be awesome. Alright, well, thanks for listening, guys.